Hello everyone, welcome to Maltida Crochet. This week I'll be sharing with you how to crochet a drawstring pouch. Really simple. Before we get right into the video, don't forget to share, subscribe, give my video a big thumbs up. Thank you. So for this project, I'm going to be using this 2 yarn. My crochet hook is a 4.5mm scissors darning needle. To start round 1, I'm going to do a slip knot and I'm going to chain 15. That will be a multiple of 3, so you can increase or you can decrease, but it has to be a multiple of 3. And you have to also consider that I'm using an acrylic yarn. If you're using a cotton yarn, you might need to increase more for your foundation chain. Now I'm going to, from the third stitch that I'm going to count 2 chain. From the third chain, sorry, I'm going to put in 1 double crochet. So from the third chain, 1 double crochet. Now 1 double crochet into every stitch till I get to the end. Now I'm on the last chain, and on the last chain there, I'm going to work 3 double crochet into the last chain. So 3 double crochet. So now this is the second double crochet and the third double crochet into the same stitch, and that is the last stitch on that row. Now I'm going to go ahead now and continue to work 1 double crochet in the opposite direction right above from the stitch. So you start from the first stitch and start working 1 double crochet in the opposite direction. And you can see that I'm carrying my extra yarn along, so I do not need to weave in. So put that in mind. I'm just going to do 1 double crochet till I get to the end. I'll meet you at the end. So now I'm at the end of this round, the first round. I'm going to go into the last stitch and do 2 double crochets. 2 double crochet into the last stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch right on the top of the first double crochet, not in the chain 3. On the first double crochet, I'm going to do a slip stitch, and that is the end of round 1. Moving to round 2. Round 2, chain 2. We're going to start with chain 2 for round 2, and into every stitch 1 double crochet. So now we're going to continue round 2 until we get to round 11. So we're just going to keep repeating round 2 till we get to round 11. So it will start with 2 double crochet and 1 double crochet into every stitch until we get to the end, and then we slip stitch and start the next round. I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the end of round 2, so I'm going to show you the slip stitch, and now we're out to slip stitch, sorry. So now I'm going to slip stitch on the first double crochet. You remember the chain 2, you don't slip stitch in the chain 2, you slip stitch on the first double crochet. And if you want to use a stitch marker to identify your first stitch, you can always put a stitch marker. Moving on to round 3, it's going to be chain 2 as usual and 1 double crochet into every stitch. This is a repeat row pattern, and the only stitch you need here is a double crochet stitch. For the pouch, it's just a double crochet stitch. We're repeating it, starting with 2 chains, chain 2, 1 double crochet into every stitch, and we'll slip stitch at the end. I'm going to continue to repeat this pattern until I get to the row 11. I'm going to continue till row 11. No, I'm going to meet you at row 11. Now I have 11 rows for the pouch, and what is left is to do the slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch right there on the first double crochet, I'm going to chain 1 and fasten off, cut off the yarn and fasten off. Now to make the drawstring, I'm going to slip knots and I'm going to do a chain 50. I'm going to chain 50. So once I have 50 chains, I'm just going to cut off the yarn and leave at least a little bit of yarn for me to sew in. Just leave a little tail for the yarn for you to sew in, and you need 2 of this. Moving on to the petals or the flower, I'm going to start with a magic circle. I'm using the color that I used for the pouch. I'm going to start with a magic circle, chain 1. Into the magic circle, I'm going to work 5 single crochets. 5 single crochet, and this is the second single crochet. There's the third single crochet, the fourth, and the fifth. On the fifth, instead of yarning over, I'm going to switch to the next color. I'm going to switch to the white color, the color that I use for the drawstring. And instead of doing a pulling over, I'm going to change into this color. And I'm going to pull my magic circle tight, and I'm going to slip stitch with the white color instead of the green yarn. What I'm doing here is not really, I'm so sorry that I did not know my camera was not really focused on where I should be, on where the yarn should be. I'm just going to slip stitch with the white yarn. I'm just changing color. Now moving on, I'm going to chain 2 into the same stitch. Where I chain 2, I go into that same stitch and I work 3 double crochet. That's the first double crochet, and this the second and the third double crochet. Now into the next stitch, I'm going to slip stitch. I'm doing a slip stitch there into the next stitch. And then we have the first petal. I'm going to chain 2 into that same stitch where I chain 2. I'm going to work another 3 double crochet. So we need 5 petals. So second double crochet and the third double crochet. You need to just cut off these excess yarns from the previous color. Go into the next stitch and slip stitch. 2 petals. Now moving on, chain 2 into the same stitch where we chain 2, 3 double crochet. And I'm just going to do this, and I'll do 3 petals, and I will go ahead, and you can go ahead and do the rest. Slip stitch in the next stitch, and then you know what to do. Just continue with chain 2. Now I have 5 petals already. I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and this is the end. I'm going to chain 1 and cut off my yarn. I need 2 of this, 2 drawstring, 2 petals, and 1 pouch. Now I have one of the first drawstring into the darning needle, and now I'm going to count 9. On the 9th row, I am going to start to work in the drawstring, the first one, and I'm going to skip 2, walk through 2 posts, back posts, skip 2, walk through 2 back posts, and I'm just going to keep repeating this. And we'll skip 2 and walk through the back post. For the second drawstring, we are going to put in through the darning needle in the other opposite direction. We are going to be working in opposite direction, working behind the back post. We are only working behind the back post for this, and we are going to do it all around. And now once we have the drawstring, I'm going to tie a knot at the end of the 2 drawstrings. So I've done the first one. Do the same thing for the other side. Cut off the excess yarn from the drawstring. Now we have to attach the petals, and to attach the petals, I'm just going to be using a darning needle, using the green color, and going between the drawstring and the petals. And that is really simple. Do the same thing for the other side. And now I've come to the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Do not forget to share, like, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one. Thank you.